That's Real SHA is for entertainment purposes only. Opinions are our own. Jokes are jokes. And stories are shared with respect. If you're easily offended, pull up a chair, sit on the floor, and relax.
James crack a joke, got us laughing like fools. Tammy talk the truth, breaking all the rules. Just pouring whiskey, going strong. Chef K in the kitchen, gone all night long. We are live shot. Turn that pot on, that's real shot. It's up, that's how we roll. Laughing, sipping, stirring that soul. Hurricane, where we all kill. That's real shot, let the good times spin. YouTube, Facebook now, open to let's go. Takes back and jokes, can't hold it in. Tanny shining bright with that cake grin. Just a lifting spirits, one pour at a time. Shut your serving love, that's flavor divine. Realize, say hey in the chat, pull up a chair. All the floor at the top, that's real shot. We share, that's how we roll. Laughing, sipping, stirring that soul. Eddie and we all family. That's real shot, we alive. You see, clapping hands, stomping boots, sing too. Blessed food, that's the Trinity. Bless this house and this unity. Raise your glass high, so let the music play. That's real shot, we alive today. That's real shot, we should. That's the way we roll. Laughing, sipping, stirring that soul. Key and our family. That's real shot, we alive. You see, that's real shot, we alive. That's real shot, we alive. Cooking, we joking, we family shot. Pull up a chair, sit on Facebook, YouTube, number 2, let's go.
What's up, everyone?
How you doing?
I don't know. I'm
how's your-
lost. I know
how's your
you're over
mama
there
doing?
trying to adjust Tammy's headphones
It
because
was
she
loud.
lost.
No, I'm not lost. It was loud.
You good now?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Everybody, it's fine. Tammy is good.
Thank God. Help us, Lord. Help us.
Yeah.
Hey, Priscilla.
what you mean good?
Well,
Oh, that's not. Oh, that is.
it's
That
pretty
is,
hard
she
to
says she's
describe.
frogging my way in here.
Frogging her way.
I don't know if my definition of frogging and your definition of frogging is the same frogging.
Well, she discovered last night that I have a phobia of frogs in the
And I'm
house,
obsessed with frogs.
Really?
and Kashika's obsessed about
I-
frogs.
So next time
I
I,
don't
find
like
a big
frogs
toad
either.
on the road to bring it to you,
No.
Yeah, yeah.
and leave it in your office.
I'd probably kill it in my office, but in the house, it does not belong in the house. Sorry.
So if I bring it to the house, it'd be better.
She says she gonna.
That's
do
what
your
you're trying to
No,
say.
I said in the office.
won't-
Yeah, at your house.
No, no.
You know, the bad part is Chef K would probably take it and name it
Yeah,
and
she
keep
would.
it forever.
Yeah. Yeah, she would.
Well, I was thinking cooking.
Cookies.
No.
Cooking.
You gotta have a bunch of frogs to
Fried
cook.
frog, I got some-
Because I mean, what you gonna do with 2 legs?
No, I got some in my freezer.
Don't tempt me with a good time, Mickles. Don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah.
We'll heat up some peanut oil, coat that sucker up, and fry 'em.
Yeah.
It's a shrimp. It's
Just-
a
Mm.
It's some oysters.
We do it all.
Sound like fun to me.
I'm
Right.
just saying.
Disgusting. I'll
And
just
what's
take a
up,
ribeye.
everybody? We got
Yeah,
Baby
so-
Carl. We got Miss Priscilla. I have a huge bullfrog for Justin's bedside table.
No, you good. We're all good here.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Which bedside table? The one here, or the one at
Well, Miss Sharon's bedside. She doesn't have a table on her bed, by her bed.
that's because you broke it.
Well,
Damn.
things happen. Sorry.
Some things duct tape and super glue cannot fix.
Yeah.
What's up, currently off topic?
How you doing, buddy?
And that's why we need them shovels.
Shovels?
Shovels.
Correct.
Oh yeah, we gotta go dig a hole.
We're gonna let you dig it.
I don't know nothing.
Digging a hole already.
Yeah, we are.
Y'all digging a hole.
Okay, can I start now?
Go
I'm
ahead,
just a hoe.
Chef K.
Okay. You ever notice people love talking about children being the future, but when it comes time to help the ones hurting the most, everyone suddenly gets quiet because foster care. There isn't one of those topics people talk about at the dinner table. It's heavy, it's emotional, and honestly, most people don't really understand it. But tonight we're going to talk about it. Right now in Louisiana, there are over 4,000 children in foster care, but only about 1,700 to 2,100 certified foster homes available. That means there are thousands of kids needing stability, love, safety, and not enough places for them to land. And that's real. But tonight isn't about guilt. It isn't about politics. And it definitely isn't about pretending we got all the answers. Tonight is about understanding, about hearing from people who actually live the life every single day. Because foster care isn't just paperwork and court dates. It's children carrying trauma they didn't ask for.
All right. All right. So if you're new here, you okay over there?
I'm new.
I thought y'all were making out over there.
Oh, we can.
All right. All right. All right. So if you're new here, first off, I would like to apologize and welcome to the chaos. This is That's Real SHA, where the
That's
drinks
a
stay
courtesy
poured
curtain.
and the stories are stay real. And half the time, we're just trying to figure it out. Now, before we get into tonight's conversation, let me introduce the crew. First off, we have me, Justin.
Who?
I'm Justin. How you doing, sir?
Oh, hi.
you
Nice to
doing?
meet you.
How you doing? But I'll be making sure Mickey has the pours for us tonight.
Got you.
Amen. And second of all, we have Chef K. She's the one that pulled this whole thing together tonight. Next, we have Tammy. She's going to be the one, that has all the comments and says things inappropriately.
That's me.
And we can't stop her.
And we can't stop her at all.
There's no way of stopping that mouth once it gets to running.
No, you ain't kidding about that.
That's a really good generator, though. I'll tell you what.
Probably true.
And we have the man who brings all the facts and the treats.
I didn't bring any treats.
You didn't bring
Hey,
the treats?
how you?
You were
No.
supposed to.
What kind of treats was I supposed to
You
bring?
were supposed to.
Every time I try to bring treats, y'all look at me like,
Hold up.
no.
Your treats are like potent.
Yeah, they are.
We
They are.
stay away from your treats.
But he's the one who gives us all the information that we did not need or wanted.
Exactly.
James.
That's right.
I'm gonna go trick or
That's-
treat at your house next.
That's what the potent
Come and knock at
treats.
my door.
And tonight we have two very special guests. One is a foster dad and a very close friend of mine. And everybody is probably goes through the journey every single day. Thomas Scott.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
And I gotta do cameras and everything.
You're like pushing buttons and
I'm pushing
everything.
buttons and everything. Next, we have Heather Meylian. She's a foster parent and also works for Foster the Love of Louisiana. She helps foster families raise awareness and reminds people that children are more than just numbers. And tonight, conversation matters because foster care ain't just headlines. They're real kids, real families, real trauma, and real people stepping up to children needing somebody the most.
Don't forget
I
about
need
the baby.
somebody.
And the baby. She brought a baby today.
Yes.
Baby.
I'm surprised Tammy still ain't holding it.
I'm surprised
No.
Tammy didn't try throwing poor Emma in the ceiling fan.
But go
But
ahead
she hasn't
and-
cried, so that's probably
She's a
why.
good baby.
But go ahead, guys. Pull up a chair, sit on the floor, and pass a good time with us. Because tonight is going to be real.
It's always real.
It's always real.
Hey, everybody.
All right, SHA, before we talk about systems, problems, and all the hard stuff, we got to start with people sitting at this table tonight. Because nobody wakes up one morning and accidentally becomes a foster parent. I don't think that can
I
happen, huh?
don't
Well,
know.
Like, I'm scared.
I'm sure you got to go through some.
Like, none of mine have shown up, so I'm okay.
For your foster kids or your
Some
kids?
For
somebody-
any of them.
That's
Yeah.
that.
I'm
you-
okay with that.
Wait, you are probably one of the reasons why we have foster parents.
Why?
Oh.
Why?
Where you going, Mickey?
Oh, he just caught on. Damn, I got him good. Woo!
You're the only one laughing.
It's a good one.
Shut up, babe.
So Priscilla, that was a good one, right?
She said she got your bail money,
Yeah.
but ain't nobody laughing.
I'm laughing. I think that was a real good one. I don't care what anybody
I'm so
else.
proud of you. You're trying real hard.
Shot
Audience.
fired.
Chat audience, if y'all want have any questions, just go ahead and put them in the comments.
Yes, please.
Okay, I will go to the first question.
Go ahead.
What first inspired you to become a foster parent?
Ooh. Go ahead, Tommy.
Was it the money?
Definitely not the money. Definitely not. So I was already working as a juvenile detective with the sheriff's office. I've always had a desire to help
She's
kids
late.
and protect kids. And being a juvenile detective, I pretty much reached the end of that level of protection. The only next level was to step into foster care to help them further where they needed to be.
Yeah. And who'd you ask to join that journey?
I contacted my local DCFS office.
Yeah.
Where I was working at and talked to them about it. They told me who to contact. So I called our Lafayette office, the regional office there, and told them I wanted to become a foster parent. That's whenever we started all the classes.
Yeah.
And we did classes together with Tom.
Yep.
Yeah, we sure did.
All went together.
Yep. We did as a groupies.
So what do they show you in class?
Ooh, a lot of stuff.
A lot. It's everything they teach in the class isn't enough to, it's enough for you to get started with it, but you learn a lot along the way. These kids are,
Now, was you a parent before you
No.
started fostering? Okay, so you was a brand new parent at that
brand
point.
new, never shared my house with anybody but me and the dog.
Fair enough.
Single father doing this.
Oh, he's a single father doing this.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So there's no, I mean, he has support. He has his family,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
you know.
And how many you have?
Right now I have 6 at home.
God bless you.
Jeez.
And
Maybe 3 of them's mine, but they love you so much.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. I'll bring some brownies later.
Okay.
Heather, what made you become one?
My parents are foster parents, and so I have an adopted brother, and
Oh, bless you.
we got baby sneezes. And so it's kind of been on my heart since I was little. And my husband was not on board, and then suddenly became on board, and about 15 years into us being married, and pretty much overnight we started classes, became certified, and then got our first few placements.
Yeah.
right there, within that first 3 months, you
Yeah.
know.
Wow.
Yeah, you go from, hey, I'm thinking about this, and very quickly to being certified and having kids in your home. It seems like,
Yeah.
for sure.
We have a couple of questions in the
Yeah. Or a
Jeez.
couple.
And also, Philip Landry has, how hard is it for as an unmarried man, and how is the proper way to handle an unhealthy fit placement wise?
Well, that's some loaded questions.
Yeah.
Oh, they get us.
There.
They're good.
Depending on the state, the laws are different. Louisiana is a non-discriminatory state,
Hmm.
meaning it does not matter if you're single, married, race, sex, sexual orientation, anything. If you qualify to be a parent and provide a child with a loving home, they will allow you to open your home.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
And what qualifies you?
You have to have a clean criminal background check. You have to do the training hours, the mandatory training at the beginning, and maintain your training hours, which I got to kind of finish
Oh, I
mine.
haven't even started mine.
Yeah.
It
Miss
takes a little bit sometimes.
It's a struggle.
Right? Every once
If
in a
Miss
while.
Kimmy's listening, I'm working
I'm
on
sorry.
it. I
Yeah.
promise. I can't remember what all the qualifications are.
You have to be able to
First
support
aid?
yourself. I'm
Yes.
sorry if I keep coming out of the camera.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
okay. You're good.
Yeah, you have to have a job.
Yes.
You know, maintain all that, and
You have to have a home. You don't have to own your home,
Right.
but you have to have
A
a
home.
home with enough room for at least one child.
One child. I know
So-
like 2 exits
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
there's a list of
Right.
There's a big list of stuff like that.
But I do find a lot of the things, like you saying, 2 exits. That's kind of building code now.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
your egresses and everything like that. I think the main thing that to look at is, that you own or rent your home, that you have at least 2 bedrooms. If you have children, that you at least have another bedroom for
Yes.
the kids. And then that you have water and electricity, and that you're open to making adjustments. 2-story houses, you need to have fire escapes and ladders and things like that. So a lot of it they guide you through too, so they'll come and check your home and then say, okay, these are things you need to work on by the next time I come. So they really do
Yes.
help you out
Yeah.
a lot.
they'll
You're going
get you
through
where
that
you need
too.
to be
Yeah.
to be able to open.
Yeah.
Right.
I know initially there was 2 inspections, if I remember right. The first one they came in, looked at the house. Okay, you got all this. You need this, this, and this. Get that done. You'll be ready to open.
Cool.
What has surprised you the most about fostering?
I don't know.
You never
I-
had that big surprise?
I will say honestly, working as a juvenile detective prior to becoming a foster parent, some of the things the kids would tell me, it really wasn't a surprise to me because I'd already
Yeah.
seen it.
Correct.
Had I not already done that and just listened to these kids, it would have blew my mind.
Yeah.
Some of the things that I've heard and seen over the years.
Yeah. I think for me, the story sometimes did kind of surprise me, but then I was also raised with kids in foster care, so it didn't always. But for me, a big part was how hard some of the parents did work to get their kids back, and
Yes.
how my heart kind of changed as
Yeah.
it's like came in at like, I'm gonna help the kids and we're gonna do such a good job for the kids, and I'll be there for the parents, but but starting with our second placement, watching the dad work so hard to get his son back,
Yeah.
my heart changed.
Yes.
So maybe I want to mentor, maybe I want to be there for those who are
Yes.
working.
Yeah,
their
because
plan. Yeah.
I look like my mindset changed on that stuff because it's like, oh, these parents, they're not trying. They got their kids taken away, and it's so negative. And then when you see them actually work and do the stuff that the judge gives them and the process of it, it changes your perspective of it, and I kind of appreciate that.
And I try to work both sides. I try to work with the kid, and
Yeah.
I try to help the parents. I try to guide them along the process, especially when it's a kid coming straight into foster care, brand new, that they don't know what's going on. The parent don't know what's going on.
They never
I
experienced
sit
it.
down, I talk to them. Look, this is what's going to happen. This is our next step. This is our next step. Start working on these things.
I'm sure there's a lot of confusion mixed in with it. Like
There is, because they go
just trying to, everybody's deep in their emotions regardless. And then so it's a whole new situation for them.
they go to court and they hear the legal terms, the legal mumbo jumbo of it, and a lot of people don't understand it. You almost have to have a law degree to understand what they're throwing at.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
it's a lot of
So
stuff.
I try to break it down for them in a sense that they can understand what's fixing to take place.
Fair
And a lot of
enough.
times it helps,
Yeah.
but the parent has to be willing to work that plan.
Mhm.
And sometimes they're fighting their own demons, their own
Yeah.
battles.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
sometimes it's hard.
Miss Priscilla has a question. Once the children are placed and through their education journey, do the foster parents get help getting an IEP or a 504 plan from the agency, or are they on their own?
The caseworkers have stepped in with me before, helped out getting IEPs for the children, 504s. A lot of times the kids are way behind in school. Most of the time they haven't, some of the kids I've had hasn't been in school in a year or two.
Oh,
They've
wow.
had to take placement tests to figure out what grade
Yeah.
level they were on.
Mhm.
Now I had some that's actually placed higher and some that was behind. But the caseworkers they're there to help not only the family, but the child.
The
and
child,
us.
yes, yeah.
So they'll walk us through the process. They'll go to the meetings. They'll, if we can't
Yeah.
make that meeting, they'll come to them and help us with it.
I do find it's hard to get the IEPs because a lot of times children will move through foster care to a few homes, and almost each time they have to start over.
Yeah, 'cause-
We know they're behind,
Yeah.
but there's still the process with the schooling that they have to go through, and each time it can start over. And
I know
so-
they'll try to keep them in the same parish so they can
Right.
keep that IEP going.
Well, it takes
Why that
months.
doesn't go to the state, I have no idea.
It
but
takes.
that-
they have
that's
to spend
always
so
been a
many
battle.
months
yeah,
of like watching the child, studying everything he does, what they can and cannot do, to be able to establish that fact of what the child needs
Mhm.
Yeah.
educationally. Recently, there was some children in my home, and the family understood. We had to delay placing them back in home with family because they were almost finished the IEP the previous school year, and they got moved, so lost all that. And we're about halfway through, and we had to explain to them, look, we need this much more time to get this child the help we need. Now, once we get this established and signed, it goes with them.
Yeah.
What is the IEP?
Individual educational plan.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah. So what that basically does is they set a plan that a kids that's are behind
Mm-hmm.
or have a learning disability or
Okay.
both.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll help them get to the point where their education system works for them.
Oh, good.
It provides them, it allows them to have certain different accommodations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a student that is on a normal academic plan, they can't use calculators on tests.
Mm-hmm.
Some may allow them to use a calculator on the test, or it'll have them removed from the regular classroom, go to another classroom to where someone's there to read for them,
Okay.
read the
Yeah.
test tool. Because some people can read it, but they can't understand what they're reading.
Right.
It's read.
Well, it's so like me, I'm dyslexic as hell. And a lot of times I have to read things 4 to 5 times, or I can just put it on audio and understand it like that. Just little things like that.
Fair enough.
We didn't have
Well,
that
I mean,
in
you got
school.
to think about it. Like,
We had that whenever we were in school, but it wasn't as intense as it is now.
Now, correct. They get more help now.
Way more.
Yeah.
Way more. And it's
almost necessary, I would think, at this point. Because, I mean, especially if you have a child that's not been in school for some time or going through, a whole family disaster or trauma. They've
Right.
gone through a lot of trauma. So that will set them back educationally.
Absolutely.
And I mean, honestly, especially when you start talking elementary into middle school, you miss a year, you're lost.
Yeah.
You're lost. And you're not with your group, you're not with your friends or any of that anymore, if they are even in the same town, school, or any of that.
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes not even the same state.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen kids use education to their advantage. Like they'll get in these situations, and like you said, it can affect them one of two ways, positive or negative.
Right.
I had one child before he came into the home, and when things would start getting bad at home, he told me he always sunk himself into his schoolwork.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely brilliant child,
Mm-hmm.
super intelligent, graduated with no problem. He stayed with me for a while. He ended up getting adopted by another family with his brother. He had scholarships to college, dropped out, joined the Navy, got accepted to the nuclear program, and is currently a nuclear engineer in the Navy.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
That is cool.
I mean, and my hat's off to him. He definitely has it, and just a great young man.
There's a question in the chat. How is it, for a lack of better knowledge, the difference between fostering and foster to adopt?
In Louisiana, we don't have a difference. If you get
Okay.
certified to foster, you get certified to foster to adopt.
Okay.
So basically, other states, you either certify for foster only, which means you will not be able to adopt the children who come through your care,
Okay.
or you get certified for adoption, which means
That could be an
that
option.
that could be an option. More than likely, it's an option because those who foster only, they'll then move the child to the homes that are adoptive homes once they terminate parents' rights. Here, you foster to adopt. You're
Yep.
certified for both. So suppose down the road, 9 months, a year down the road, rights are terminated for a child in your home. You will have first rights
Yep.
to
Okay.
adopt that child. They'll automatically stay in your home. Permanency is better with the children. They don't get moved again, when they've known you for all of this time. And you'll be able to be their forever home. at that
Right.
point. Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right. So how's foster changed you personally? Good question.
It's changed in good ways and in some. I mean, I don't. Well, I've learned some flexibility.
Yes. Yes.
A lot of patience.
Yeah.
Right. Lots of patience, lots of I guess, for lack of a better word, and sometimes skepticism, because we're told one thing often and then things change, so it's like we don't hold things to a very strong, like,
Yeah.
this is
Right.
exactly what's gonna
Because
happen.
you hear the child say one thing, parents say one thing, and then what happens?
Right.
You find out the truth in the middle.
Right. Or the state
know,
says
it's
one
nowhere the
thing.
same thing.
No.
No.
Nowhere in the same
It
puzzle
never
box
is.
even.
Or the state says one thing and then plans change constantly, whether it's lack of knowledge or whether it's just that plans change, so you learn a lot of flexibility as a foster parent. You learn a lot of patience as a foster parent. You definitely learn what buttons get pushed, even if you didn't know before. You very quickly
Mhm.
find out.
Yeah.
Because they
what your
find out
triggers
quicker
are.
than you.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. So if you didn't know before, you will know very quickly. So.
Now, one big thing I learned, I always thought I had a rough life growing up. I grew up with both my parents. For lack of better words, it was an everyday normal home.
Yeah.
But, I got grounded, I got punished, and then
Yeah.
now I have these kids at home, and I start hearing the things and how they were living and how they would
Right.
get chastised for simple things.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my life was great.
Yeah. Because me and you both grew up in a great home.
I don't want to say I wish. I can't understand where these kids come from. I've seen it, but I've never lived it.
Yeah.
So I can never truly understand.
Mhm.
It's been a big eye opener over the years.
Yeah.
Learned a lot. Learned that different things change and the way you love changes. Because a lot of people get into foster care wanting the babies, wanting the little kids.
Yeah.
And when I first started, that's what my goal was. 8, 10-year-old,
Mhm.
no more than 1 or 2 at a time.
Yep. Yeah, it didn't happen, huh?
Here I am 12 years later and
Yeah.
took in more teenagers than anything.
Yeah, you did.
I've become a big advocate for teenagers. Teenagers are they're understanding more. They're lost. They
Right.
have their own set of anger,
Yeah.
but they can express their anger a lot easier.
Then the little kids.
And
The child's going to act out in anger and they don't understand why.
so let me ask you this. Do you think that the teenagers are easier than the middle kids or even the infants?
I've had a mix.
Yeah.
I've had a mix. My teenager, I've had some great ones. I've
Yeah.
had some rough ones.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they want love. They want to be accepted. They want answers.
Right.
And sometimes they want answers to questions that I can never give them. I
Yeah.
try.
All you damnest.
Did y'all have children before? No.
I did. Yeah.
You did?
We had 3 once whenever we started fostering. So, yeah. So having our birth children, for them, it was hard too, because of course we raised them quite different than we raised the foster kids. And so life looked different. There was a lot more grace for the kids that came into our care. Rules were different. And so there was a lot of, well, why don't you do that with them? And I'm like, well, because they're learning, right? You've been with me since day one. You know how our household runs, you know?
Yes.
And so, so having that grace was sometimes very hard for our kids to understand. Did it help us with fostering? I know for a lot of people, I feel like the experience does help, because I know a lot of foster parents have never been around kids even. So that's a hard
Yeah, that's a hard learn.
Yeah, if your family hasn't had kids, you know, and then you suddenly have a baby or a child and you think they act one way and they don't, you know, they sleep all night and 4-year-old comes and they're not sleeping all night, you know. So people learn. I think for us, we had different expectations. We knew what to expect of even typical children,
Right.
you know. So that made it easier, but it definitely, I don't think across the board made my expectations of foster care any easier, because there were still lots to learn. For
Right,
sure.
right,
Yeah.
right.
12 years in, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The unknowns of where they came from, the
Mhm.
environments they came from.
Everyone's different, you
Right.
know, and on that note of the environment and where they came from, a lot of people will say, I don't want to foster because of where they came from. I don't want to foster because they acted out because they're foster kids, you know, and it's so easy to just push them away.
Yeah.
But
Just judge and
as
put
a
them in that
birth-
category.
Yeah, as a birth parent who's had struggles with her own kids, I'm like, this could happen even with your own biological child. It's
Mhm.
just being a teenager, you know,
And-
it's just being a preteen at times. And
And the
so
thing is, I mean,
you got to get that mindset.
at my home, they're a foster child.
Yeah.
But they still have a birth family somewhere.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they may have been already acting like this. They're just
Right.
doing the same thing, what they learn, what they know.
Mhm.
Yes.
They're just doing it somewhere else.
Or with that impulsivity. That's a hard word to say right now. Comes in, you know, just some typical behaviors that come along with a teenager in general.
What you got?
His daughter chimed in, and he's got a girl too.
Yes, I do.
Big heart.
I do have one daughter. I've adopted 5 boys and 1 girl so far.
Yeah.
Nice.
All the ones I've adopted are adults.
Yes.
Are there limits on how many kids you can foster?
The limit in one home is 6 children under 18,
Mhm.
and your own children count.
Okay.
So if I were to adopt one of the ones I have right now, that would bring me down to 5 foster kids.
Right.
But because that one child is underage, that counts as one of the 6.
Got you.
So
Yeah,
of who you
that-
can have in your home.
Right.
At one
Right.
time. But as
Correct.
far as an overall number,
Right.
no.
Yeah.
Until you're just tired and say, I'm done, close my house.
Right.
'Cause I think there's families that's already adopted like 10, 12 kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
When you hit 2, Kashefke.
Okay. See, people on the outside probably imagine foster parenting one way, but I got a feeling real life looks different.
Yeah.
What are some common misconceptions about foster parenting or foster kids in general?
All of them are bad.
All of them are bad. Teenagers are sex crazed maniacs,
Teenagers are
drug addicts.
the root of all evil.
Yes.
They're going to
Yeah.
destroy your house. They're going to, you know, steal your car.
I think the worst thing we had in our house, and it kind of broke Kashika, that one of the kids took a shit in the dryer.
Oh,
What?
Yes.
that's
I didn't know about
unique.
that one.
Yes.
That's special.
Thanksgiving.
I'm going to lighten up the mood a little bit.
It was for Thanksgiving?
Day before
Wow.
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Oh.
4 hours cleaning my dryer.
Oh, no.
I'm terrified to ask how you clean that.
I bet it left skid marks.
She turned it on. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, so the whole house smelled like poopy.
They had
But-
clothes in there.
Her
That's-
bed sheets.
I bet.
Oh,
Because she peed on the bed, so I washed her sheets, and she was mad, and that was her way of
goodness.
getting even.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, some of those other things that you did mention, yes, it's happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ATV stolen, vehicles
Mhm.
taken.
Yes.
Mhm. But it's
you're angry.
mhm.
Yes.
but I mean that can happen with your normal kids
it
too.
can.
Absolutely.
It
Like
can.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know, everything media, everything that you
Of
hear.
course.
It's all the sensationalized stuff that
Yeah,
sells.
media
That's
makes
what you
it sound
get.
like all these kids are evil
Right.
and broken, and
Right. And they are broken. They
Yeah.
are.
They are.
But their reactions are not always those.
Yeah.
Correct.
They looked very different, you know.
Mhm.
CC has a
yeah.
question.
See,
I've had some come in the home that didn't give me any trouble, no criminal
Yes.
wrongdoing, and just
Yeah.
they want to be
did
loved.
well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did well.
Sierra said, "What about the kids who are taught to fear the system and won't report it because of it?"
We had that before too.
Those are the hardest because they've been through a lot.
Mhm.
I've been through a lot of different trainings. I learned all these different little tattletale signs of different types of abuse, and you can see it. The kids display it like
Mhm.
textbook, and they just will not say anything because they're they're taught not to.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
And at my house, it's even worse as a law enforcement officer because these kids come into my home, they hate law enforcement.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
hate the cops.
Mhm.
So since you said that, I know there's a little rule in your house, or there used to be. I don't know if there still is. That you had little codes for certain situations that happen. So you had like whenever they did something wrong.
Oh, you're talking about the law books.
Yes.
All books.
So, because of the fact that I take in a lot of teenagers, and most of them's 15 to 17.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, they're going to be with me till they age out. So I try to prepare them for real life.
Yeah.
You break a law in my house, well, we're going to get punished according to the law.
Yeah.
If you can serve X amount of months in jail, well, that's how many days you're grounded for. If it's so many years, that's how many weeks we're grounded for.
Yeah.
If we need to, we're going to write the law and learn it. And a lot of kids have learned that way. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
That's how I run the house and still do.
Yeah. You still do that?
Now, when I say ground them, it's no electronics.
Yeah.
TV,
Right.
They're not in prison.
No, no. I don't
Hey,
have
we
to kill
got-
so anything.
We
Go
got
ahead.
another question. Can I set an age range? I don't know if I could handle some bad teenagers right off the bat.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely. Gender.
You can set
age
everything.
range, yeah.
And don't be surprised.
If you change them all.
Yes.
Mhm. Or
And if they
call you-
ask you,
right, they call you for out of your age range. You can say no, but yeah, I mean, we are in a crisis on
Especially
not enough
with
foster
teenagers.
families. Not enough foster
Teenagers.
families.
I can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
Just
I used to give a ratio. There's 5,000 kids and only 8,000 homes.
Well, here in Lafayette
know?
region, there's over 630 kids right here in the
Oh,
8
wow.
parish Lafayette region and about 220 homes.
So
So we are.
where do they go?
Yeah.
You know?
Where do they go? And where do they go whenever everybody wants 0 to 4?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
where do they go whenever right now we're getting in more like ages 9 and up than we have in quite a while.
Yeah.
yeah.
And everybody is open or says, I will just take the babies, I'll just take that age group. So what happens? Homes get full, they have extra,
Yep.
The teenagers get moved from emergency placement to emergency placement, never feeling like they fit in anywhere. So behaviors start happening then because who loves me?
Yeah, that's all
Right.
that's all we heard in our
Right.
class.
Who wants me?
Mm-hmm.
In our class, that's all we heard. I want 0 to 4.
Mhm.
I mean, and Tommy would probably, and
We were one of the few that
one of the few, I think,
Aging up.
what's her name?
I didn't want teenagers.
Miss Ruby?
Miss Ruby was another one.
She's still open.
Yeah,
She
she,
is.
She
Yeah.
still is. What do they call
She
her?
is.
she was a marshal.
She still is.
Oh,
but
yeah?
No, there's a name that they all call her. All the foster kids call her that, and the kids
Yeah.
workers. It's her own little nickname they have for Miss Ruby.
Yeah.
I think she's had almost as many as you. Yeah. I
Easily.
think y'all are
Yes.
in competition.
Well,
We all started.
between me, her, and Miss Jones,
Oh,
Yes.
we
Still
were
got a lot.
we play merry-go-round.
Mhm.
They go from my house to this house to that house back. Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay, we got some more questions.
Yeah.
Your mom
of course.
says that it's harder to deal with foster kids or adoptive kids.
Oh,
It's been equal.
I think so.
It's been equal because some of them they come in foster and then they'll start off bad and they'll see they'll turn out good. But I've had some of my adopted they'll get to that point of adoption and it's like, well, now I'm safe, now I can relax and act a fool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I've had it both ways.
And Priscilla wants to know if it's difficult to place children with medical issues.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it is.
Now, and-
Because like as much as I'd love to help out kids more, like there are some, for example, autistic children. I can handle them. I'm not home enough.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
That-
You have to
that
set a
is a child
schedule.
that
You have
is-
to.
And
and they're going from one thing to only a single parent home.
Yeah.
And going
Their whole world has changed.
And that just changes everything.
Yeah.
And there's not very many certified medical homes.
yeah,
No.
there's not.
No, there's not. Now, I will say if someone is interested in it, Methodist does therapeutic homes and you get extra support through there. You get extra training for the medically needy children. You do kind of become certified specifically for medically needy children.
and if
get
you're-
that support with it.
And if
So,
you're a foster parent and that's looking into doing this,
Mhm.
and if you can't handle medical, make sure you state that.
right.
Right.
Because Chef K got, I don't want to say stuck, but it was, we had a kid that needed a home quick and just for a night. That's what
That
we're
was-
told.
That's where they get you.
And they get you. And you just got to be safe. Look, if it's just for a night, yes.
Mhm.
But you need to come, find this kid a home immediately. And a lot of times they can't find
Yeah.
a home for that kid at the time,
Right.
and your heart almost breaks. But Chef K has a hard time moving around already.
Right.
I work at home, so it's like you put us in a bind.
Yeah, it does become that,
You know?
sometimes. And not for the lack of them trying, it's for
Yeah.
the lack of homes, that
Correct.
we have. And so they get a home that's safe, and
Yeah.
we do sometimes have to struggle through some of that, on them not going as quickly as possibly they might need to for us to be able to work or for us to be able to get around and take care of them.
Yeah.
Those emergency placements is where, like you said, is where they get you. 'Cause
Right.
Yeah, they get you
We
sometimes.
had some emergency
I've got 5
placements.
boys and a girl that will tell you they were emergency.
They were
placements,
emergency,
you know.
right?
Some of our
A
longest
very-
were
Hey.
emergencies.
My very first one was a overnight emergency. We just need just a little while,
Yeah,
Tommy, just
yeah.
a little while, and he's still there, and I love him no matter what.
Right.
So Miss Linda's also asking, can siblings live together in the same home?
Yes,
It's
Usually
encouraged.
it's
preferred.
encouraged to
It's
keep children
very
together.
encouraged.
Actually, I'll put in a foster love plug right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually provide beds to help keep siblings together.
Mhm.
So a lot of times a home, like Tommy's maybe, will say, I will take in these siblings. Maybe they say I was certified 0 to 4. And
Mhm.
someone calls you and says, hey, we have a 2-year-old child. However, they come with a 6-year-old sibling, and foster parents will many times say, yes, I can, but I don't have a bed.
Yeah.
And so Foster Love actually provides cribs and mattresses and twin size beds for free to help keep siblings together.
And it's
Make them
almost like
foster kids.
bending the rules a little bit because you don't have the adequate room, but
That's
at the same time, you want to keep them together.
and that's how I
You
got
know.
with the teenagers because
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be that 8 to 10, and we got this 9-year-old, but we need his 12-year-old brother too.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna try, but that puts me at 3, and that's over what I said.
Yeah.
And then it got like after a while, it just got to the point like
They got you.
you stay with 2 in the home all the time. Then you got 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, and then go back to 2, and it's like we're bored.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Yeah.
It's just too quiet.
Yeah.
We need some chaos.
Yeah.
Now, if like 2 kids leave the house gets quiet and like, well, somebody needs to do something.
Right.
Somebody
Right.
go be bad.
Come on, somebody cause some drama.
Yeah.
And you didn't call me.
I know. Yeah, but your drama costs money.
Okay, so as a police officer, how do you juggle the home time as well as when you're at work? We work a 7 to 7 schedule plus extra work. How hard is it to make that juggle without jeopardizing your main source of income?
It has been very difficult
Mhm.
because I have had to leave work to go tend to fights at school. Doctor's appointments. I mean, I have to. Luckily, right now I'm in a schedule. I work 7 to 3 Monday through Friday, so it gives me enough in the afternoons that I can juggle those doctor's appointments,
Yeah.
and everything I need to do and shuffle around and
Mhm.
maintain. My mom and my sister do live
I
next
was
door.
I was getting ready. You have to have somebody
to have
that
support.
you depend on your support
more so as a single parent.
as a single
Yeah.
parent. Correct.
You know, my daughter's now 22. She does help out a lot. Tremendously.
Yeah.
My grandson lives with me right now, and like this year, she would bring him to daycare and my 2 younger boys to the elementary school. The high school ones would ride with me to school, and then they'd walk the rest of the way to theirs.
Mhm.
And in the afternoon, I'd pick everybody up, and she'd pick the grandson up. So we
Y'all juggled it.
Yeah.
Right.
very,
You just do what you have to
very
do.
carefully.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I will say, and I was going to say at the beginning, definitely it's doable as a single parent, but
It
it is much harder. You really have to lean on your community.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we have so many families also that are 2 income households, you know? So, and they ask you that in your class. They're like, who is your support?
Yeah.
And they almost give you a list of, okay, if you can't make it to this, who's going to be there? You know, who's that backup for you to kind of start thinking about those kinds of things and making sure that you definitely have enough support to be able to
And-
to do that. you
And I've
know?
had people right here in this community help me out.
Yes.
Like, if I have a child that comes in, first thing I ask them, what is your choice of religion? Do you want to attend church?
Mhm.
And if it's one different than my own, if it's mine, you can come to mine. This is what I practice. If it's one of your choosing, we're going to find somebody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I've had people from the community come to the house, pick them up, bring them to church for worship
Mhm.
for several different religions.
Oh, that's cool.
This community
Yeah.
has really stepped out
It
and
has.
helped me out tremendously over the last 12 years.
That's awesome.
They really have.
What's some of the most rewarding moments of fostering, adopting, all of it?
Watching them change.
Yeah.
When you
Yes.
can watch a kid walk into your home, strung out, loaded up on drugs, addicted,
Hmm.
and then to walk away and never touch it again.
Wow.
Mm.
To see that change. To go from cussing you out, telling you you're no good POS to
Yeah.
Dad, I love you and thank you for everything.
Yeah.
It's the simple things.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Watching these ones that I thought for sure would have just ended up on the 10 o'clock news and just completely turn everything around.
I think.
You know, I had one that comes sat right here in your driveway playing on a little tricycle.
Yes.
Tyler, I'm sure you remember him. He was a rough one.
Yep.
He was a rough one. Quit school, went to YCP, ended up in the military, and has done phenomenal things with his life. He's doing really well for himself. He was here when he was placed in my home when my grandfather had passed away. And a few years ago, he was out working in West Texas, and I called him and told him, I said, hey, Momo passed away. He said, I'll be home in a couple of days.
Wow.
I think it went 4 hours and he was pulling up in the driveway
Yeah.
Wow.
and stayed the entire week.
Yeah.
And when I was working patrol, he called me 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, you home? No, I'm working. Okay, I'll be on the couch when you get home.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's one of those, he never called me dad, but he knew where home was.
Yes.
Mhm.
And every time-
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
There's been a few of them like that. They
Yes.
know where to come back.
Me and Chef K had a couple. Well, Kimmy was one of them. She actually came back and lived with. She went back with her father because her father worked the program, but she came back with a kid.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. got her back on her feet, and then she didn't move it back home, but she wanted that experience again.
Yeah.
One last time, I'm assuming.
That's when because a lot of them follow me. I'm on Facebook with them, and I follow their lives, and
Yes.
just to know the trouble they caused when they was with me, or how much they couldn't stand me, and now I'm not gonna have kids, and now they're married and they have kids, and it's amazing to see the way they change their own lives.
Yeah.
How they
The
use
growth.
their experience to better themselves.
Yeah. Miss Priscilla is saying, how do we help get the kind of help available for the kids needing the medical help? Meaning start programs for future foster parents.
Say that again. I just want to make sure I understand it.
How do we help get the kind of help available for the kids that are needing the medical help? How do we help
How to
to help them?
advocate, speak up whenever you hear foster parents talking about the struggles. Take it to heart. If you have connections, work on those connections. I know for us, a big part is consistent, quick, and we don't even have medically needy children, but counseling services that take the medical card. We constantly have to
Search for that.
and sometimes wait list on it, and then sometimes they can only take them for 10 sessions, or they're like, you're cured, but we know trauma doesn't work that way. So it's advocating, it's listening, it's making sure that if you know someone who's in practice that could possibly help in any kind of way, talking with them about it, and just being a part of that side of the community. Go to your state representatives and talk to them about it, and just being that kind of person. You don't have to be a foster parent, to be that advocate for them.
Okay. Miss Cheryl Moore says, I do medical needy children. At times it gets really rough. I also like when they say you are the last result.
Yeah, and I know Miss Cheryl personally. She is a great person. I've known her for years. I met her through working with the sheriff's office, and she was also one of my inspirations of getting into doing foster care.
Yeah.
And it's often I still run into her in town, and we'll talk about the kids and the grandkids, but yeah, it's
so basically this ain't no Hallmark movie.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I always did say Instant Family was like very close to reality.
I would.
It had it, and you look back on a lot of it and you laugh, but in the moment you are like, this is not it. And I mean, but the memories that are made and the lives you touch, you just hope that even if you don't see them again, they're going to take that little piece that you gave them and be like, this is what love looks like. This is what the family looks like. And so that maybe they'll change those generations of putting into something that you've taught them into their family.
You say that, like, talking about the little things. Julia was the smell of our house. She was our first placement. And she said she could describe that she was safe based on the smell of our house. And that's I don't know, that's just, I guess, weird to me, but for her it was something.
A lot of them, it's the country.
Yeah.
They're out of the city. They're away from
everything.
The hustle and the bustle. They miss it. They want it.
Yeah.
But they don't have to worry.
Yeah.
They can relax.
We had one, she came from Texas, Maricela.
Yeah.
Chef K.
She had me cook the same thing every week. Meatball stew.
What we getting tonight?
When Maricela went home, about a week later, I got a phone call. How do I make meatball stew?
Sure. So we have, let's see, Mr. Hunter Gate. I was an emergency placement.
God. Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
Hey, son.
I was an emergency placement and I got adopted by him.
Oh.
Yep.
He also.
So that was an emergency placement for you?
Yep.
And you ended up adopting him. That's
all 6 of my kids were emergency placements.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I missed
missed
that part.
He's
That's
also
pretty
made another
awesome.
comment if you want to
Yeah,
read it.
I'm gonna read it. Let's see. Um,
A lot of the therapists that do the foster kids are only there to get the money from them. I had to go through one and they did not help with any of my problems.
Yeah.
She would only talk about her problems. If you're able to find one that you trust your foster kids to go to, I would recommend that than getting one from the foster system.
So many so many therapists are not trauma informed. You know, they are counselors, they are therapists
Yeah.
for other things. So they're not trauma informed therapists, which is so different, you know,
Right.
for what our kids need.
Yeah.
So and so that's a big part of what we struggle with here, on really serving the kids in foster care to the best of our abilities.
Well, is there like counseling or some sort of assistance for y'all as foster parents? Because I mean, let's be real.
I didn't get it.
You're constantly either juggling appointments, court dates, school meetings, medical visits, school visits, and then at the same time, you're helping this child adjust in your home.
Mhm.
So I can also see how some of that trauma could bleed over on you, or even just help you figure out, okay, how do I approach this situation?
Absolutely. And you're managing emotions.
Right.
You're managing
Yeah.
different children coming in and out of your
Mhm.
home. You're managing the children watching other children leave and those emotions. And no, unless we have insurance that covers us going to counseling
Right.
statewide.
They won't.
Actually, there is.
Oh,
So through
Inform me.
wraparound service,
Uh-huh.
the agent will come in. They'll help you, find counseling, medication management, everything. There's a company, I forget the name of it, but they'll provide youth support for the child, which is just somebody come out and just talk to the kid. But they'll also provide parent support. And it's a person that'll come out and sit just with you. What do you need? What can I help you with?
Is this
What
for
can-
the crisis or is this for just any child in foster care?
They have to be involved in wraparound service.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, that's limited, but
Mhm.
yeah, I didn't even know that
Yep.
existed.
It-
So,
they-
but on an everyday basis, no, we kind of have to, we use
which
each
is
other for
hard. I mean,
support.
I
you
can
know.
only
I can't
imagine.
remember the name of the company.
I wonder what it is. I'll
But
have to look at that.
I had a
Yeah.
really great parent support. Like she became part of our family at one point.
We have a counselor with the kids that would, after she worked with the kids, she'd come and talk to us and give us support.
Yeah, and some will, but just to say one-on-one. So, I mean, we become each other's support and each other's group whenever we meet at events or,
Uh-huh.
sometimes whenever we had in-person foster parent classes. I mean, that's how, y'all knew each other already, but there were a lot of connections made within that group and you kind of stayed together and
Yes.
kind of
That makes sense.
evaluate
It became
where
your
you are
own,
in your journey.
your own
Yeah, you do.
therapy group to
You
each
do.
other, or if you had maybe a parent that didn't have to work full time,
Mhm.
well, maybe that person would be able to go run to a doctor visit or
And
get some paperwork taken care of or something like that. So
They should live on the far west side of the region,
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
in the middle of God's nowhere.
God's Cove to God's Nowhere.
Yeah.
yeah.
I have Marcus on. He's saying, do you believe the foster system is actually putting full effort to protect and help the foster parents out?
I think across the board it needs help,
Yes.
not just on helping foster parents out, but helping the
The
children,
children,
Mhm.
the
helping
families.
the
it's-
families, getting there at the very beginning to even prevent, children being removed from homes, like giving families exactly what they need with mental health services so that children don't end up in foster care, and not making things like that so difficult, throughout the whole journey. I think that it could really, make a big difference
Yes.
in the outcomes of the children's lives and their whole community, the whole village, whether it's the foster parents or the birth parents or relatives who take them in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what are some of the things you think that people don't understand about foster care?
the process
Yeah.
Mhm.
because they think it's just a
Was that the cat?
Well,
overnight.
one of
That
my
was the
favorites
baby.
was, well,
No.
the foster care system just lets them back in their home.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They just think that like the caseworker just says, hey, you can go back home.
Mhm.
It doesn't happen like that.
No.
It's all up to a judge.
Right. And we
And
can,
that case plan.
and what gets
It
presented.
can, yes.
Yeah. And how parents work. And a lot of people want to judge what a child goes back into based on what their life looks like.
Yeah.
And so a birth parent who has just gone through a year of rehab and in 1 year had to get a job, get a home,
Yeah.
go through rehab, go through parenting classes
Mhm.
on something that maybe they've been addicted to drugs for half their life,
Yeah.
you know, in 1 year has to turn their life around. Their home is not going to look like your home
Right.
looks like, right?
Exactly.
No.
They and sometimes the kids going back home is the next jumping point for them to go into, to better themselves even more.
Well,
you
especially
know?
if they run the full process, because you also got to consider a lot of folks that actually do true rehab.
Mhm.
Once they get back semi-local, a lot of them stay in a sober living house for a certain amount of time just to see how they can equate themselves in society.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, for example, if you was an alcoholic, well, every gas station you go to, right next to the register is a full shelf of, these little 99-cent bottles of vodka or whatever, the little shot bottles. And I've seen that firsthand how that's a problem,
Mhm.
Especially with someone just coming out of rehab, staying at sober living, doing AA, and just going to the grocery store, going to a gas station is hard.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to getting in there and you grab 2 of them and then you pay for it with the rest of your stuff. And it's just habit.
Yeah. And whenever a lot of birth parents can't leave the area they're at,
Right.
so they get right back in with
Yeah.
the same families. It's hard to leave that.
The same
you know?
environment,
You know. And
they're
not saying
dealing with the
that
same
that's a-
situation.
Not saying that that's not something they need to do, not using that as an
Right.
excuse, but
Right.
it takes longer
Yes.
and it takes more effort,
Mhm.
And so sometimes that's hard, I think for us with being foster parents, a lot of people don't see the effort we put in. Again, you hear what's sensationalized.
Right.
People think negative across the board of foster
Correct.
care. And really it's just a lot of people on both sides doing the best they can.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, it's
With
almost
what-
demonized
with
in
what they
some
have.
Yeah,
situations.
exactly. With what resources they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you handle attachment and then you got to say goodbye.
Goodbyes were hard.
Yeah.
Goodbyes were horrible.
Even when you knew they were coming, even when you knew when they first came to your house, they weren't staying with you. It never got easier, You work really hard to keep those relationships. So you hope
Mhm.
you see them again at some point.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like I said earlier, you get to that one that it's
It
your
breaks
break all. It breaks
It
you.
breaks you.
Mhm.
And either you're going to make it through it and keep your house open and you come out a changed person, or that's it. You just can't go no more and people will close their home because of it. And I understand it. I get it.
Yeah.
I had that child.
Yeah.
I had that child years ago. And when it came time for him to go home, I got up and I went to work. I told him, bye, I love you. Have a good day.
I think Ashika had it twice.
I had
Didn't say
twice.
nothing about, hey, be careful. Didn't act like nothing, like he was going home at all. I had to make myself believe that
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
first
okay.
somewhere.
first one I was able to
I cried secretly.
Yeah.
eventually
Mhm.
get back into it because she was not expected to leave. She was put in to adopt,
Mm.
and she became a danger to my daughter. She tried to stab her, and it was an automatic removal. And I sat outside and cried for 3 hours when they moved her,
Yeah.
and didn't know if I could do it again, and did it again for another 2 years, and then there was the last one.
I know they made a whole class on our case.
Well, we went to one of the classes that you do when to renew your whatever it was, when we had to take, and the worker is telling our story
Yes.
about the
Don't take candy home from the foster parent. I mean,
from
from the
adoptive parent.
the parent.
Oh,
The
The parent.
The parent.
The medication was put into her Easter candy.
Oh.
man.
So,
Man. Yeah.
Wow.
so don't ever bring that home.
And then the last one broke both of us and Joel.
Yeah.
That's when Joel said, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
Kids, it can be, I mean, just the system as a whole can really break you. And sometimes, you just have to tell yourself, what am I in it for?
Right.
Am I in it for the
Yeah.
system? Am I in it for myself?
Yeah.
Or am I in it because the kids need it, and just to make that one little difference. And then you go until you can't anymore.
Yeah.
You go until it's like, okay, it's time. And to your own health,
Yeah, well, you have to maintain your own mental health
Right.
at this whole
Mhm.
situation. I mean, being a parent in general to your natural children is hard enough,
Right.
let alone, all of these situations of what these kids are going through.
What was that, Tim?
Yeah, what's wrong, Tammy?
Caillou has a message
Oh.
for you.
He wants to, the Caillou's in the chat. What store you finding 99-cent shots at? You know what I'm talking about? Them little.
Does the good
He's talking about
outweigh
the
bad?
fireball.
Yeah, well, you got the little fireball ones, and then have the little vodka shots, but they all right there at the register.
Uh-huh. What's the name of that store again?
Let's see, the Egan Food Store, Red Dog.
That's the Egan Mall, buddy.
Are homeless parents at risk for having their children taken away by the foster care system? That's one of the questions.
Yeah. Actually, Hunter
Hunter
responded.
answered? Okay.
Yes. He says, most of the time, yes. Most parents that end up homeless willingly put their kids in foster care until they can get back on their feet, so the kids are safe and have a place to stay.
And I recently had some children come to my home that was just this exact situation. They had gotten taken from the mom, and she worked her plan, got the kids back, and she got to a point where she knew it was becoming dangerous again, and she couldn't do it. And
Mm-hmm.
she went to local law enforcement headquarters and said, look, I can't do this. Take my kids. Put them in foster care to get them taken care of to where I know they're going to be safe.
Wow.
And you do risk it. And
Mhm.
you can self-refer too. And when you do, a lot of people don't know that they can call DCFS and self-refer themselves. And if at all possible, if it is a matter, I say, of just homelessness, they can help you find a home, help
Right.
you find a job. And if that's not possible, I don't want anybody who may hear that to think that it's terrible that your kids come into foster care for the moment while you get on your feet, because that
Right.
is, it gives them a place where they're going to school.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're in a home, they're
Right.
fed, and you can get yourself fed and on your feet
situated, right?
and ready for your children to come back to you to where you are ready for success.
It's a grown-up decision.
So
right
it
there.
is.
Well,
it's not like something to look
That's-
down
no.
on.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's
that's a
not.
hard
Oh, yeah.
decision to make.
Even self-referring, DCFS agency and the courts have to make a decision what type of case it is. Rather, it's a FINS case, a family in need of services,
Mm-hmm.
meaning they don't need to take the kids. This family needs help.
Right.
Or a SYNC case, a child in need of care,
Mhm.
meaning, okay, this child definitely needs additional care. So we're going to place them in a foster home, but mom, dad, let's work on this. Let's get
Yeah.
this together to get your kids back home.
Mm.
And I've seen parents do it. I've seen them work hard.
Yeah.
Right.
And I've seen some from day one throw their hands up. I'm done.
Yeah. So they
They
did.
don't care.
Yeah. So foster parents don't just open their homes; they open their hearts.
Mhm.
For sure.
Yes.
Even when it's hard.
A lot of
It's
heartache
very
in
hard.
it. A lot of heartache in it.
Yeah.
So Priscilla's saying I need to move back to Louisiana to start some programs for the medical side of the foster system. Girlfriend,
Do it.
come on
Do
down.
it.
She's the one to do it. I'm gonna
She
tell
Yeah,
you.
will
she
do it.
would.
By all means,
Come on down.
Well, she works with medically needy children.
Yes.
Mhm.
We will welcome you with open arms. Absolutely.
And then she says, hearing some of this is breaking my heart for kids and for foster parents.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's hard for the parents
It's hard.
as well.
Yeah.
I mean, especially one that just says, take my kids.
Yeah.
I can't anymore.
I just need a moment.
Yes.
Yeah. I need to get on my
Yes.
feet. So
Yeah.
And I mean, I've even if the parents has gotten their kids back, I always tell them, look, if it starts getting back to this point, call me.
Yes.
Call me. They can come spend a weekend at the house.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
You know,
So sleepover.
And that's between us. They come and visit, give you a breather, catch a break.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right,
Come back on Monday.
I mean,
Yeah.
you become their village. You
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
For so many of these birth parents, they don't have anyone, and who they have is the same people who influenced them to
Mhm.
make the choices that they did. And so we become that village for them. I mean, I just had one of mine over for the weekend. Mom works full time and she was out of school, and so it's
Yeah.
like, hey, can you come get her and her hang out with you? Because my job is flexible in allowing them to come with me, and so you really do become that resource that they didn't have a lot of
Yep.
times.
Security blanket.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
One extra little thing they needed to
Yeah.
keep them on their feet.
Right. So she didn't have to leave work, didn't have to be out of money because
So it
the child
extends
didn't have
past
to.
the children in many cases
Yes.
as well.
absolutely.
You
It's
start
where it's helping the
becoming
parents.
support for the parent or single parent or parents or
Right.
families.
So when children been hurt, abandoned, and moved around, trust don't come automatic.
Sometimes trust never comes. You know that full
Yes. Yeah.
trust. Yeah.
So how has fostering impacted our children, or what
Extended family.
extended family? Yeah.
How has fostering impacted our extended family?
Your children are
Yeah.
your extended family, like your actual.
So
well,
you got your mom and dad.
your foster
Yeah.
is your children,
Yeah.
regardless.
You
But
got your mama, your papa.
It's
My family,
Yeah.
welcomed every single one like they were natural family.
Yeah.
When
Mom
we
got three of them right now.
Well, I think that's where they're at. There's a couple at my
Using
house,
her
a couple
phone
at
to
my
ask
house.
questions.
Yes, she said they over there and they using her phone.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
when we were all
Oh,
taking
so they
the
being
classes
nosy.
together.
they're watching you.
Probably not listening.
You were
Better be.
sent home with the referral forms to give to the
Right.
to people. We gave one to his mom.
My mom.
His mom. She threw it in the trash. Then we got our first foster child,
And she
and there
fell in
was a
love.
connection,
oh yeah.
and totally changed her perspective on fostering and fostering children.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you'll have some family who's like, I won't accept anyone but my own family. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And it's funny because that's why my husband took so long to come around.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know how I could love another person's child.
You get them at your doorstep.
And
it's different.
yeah, it
Right.
was. I mean, that's just that's just silliness now, And so a lot of the family has to see that, before they'll accept that, this is something really.
Some
Okay.
families don't come around.
Yeah, they don't, and
No.
it's hard because that's your support, and that's where your heart was called.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you'll
Yeah.
have to choose. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
How do you build trust with a child? I mean, though, there's many that are terrified and withdrawn, but not even that, they've gone through their own traumas.
I think with the little ones, it's almost like they trust you too quickly.
Yeah.
And then I
Go to the
think,
restroom.
but with with those teens
Hmm.
and with the preteens, it's a matter of being there,
Yeah.
and just
Being present and doing what you
open-
say you're going to do. I would assume.
Consistency, I'm sure.
Open-minded support.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Don't judge them. Listen to what they got to say.
Right.
I mean, you still have to be a parent, be stern, teach them
Of
the
course.
correct morals,
Mhm.
what's morally accepted and what's not, socially accepted and what's not. But don't downgrade them for it.
Right.
Listen to them. I mean, some of these kids,
Just want you to listen.
you
Yeah.
know, and I don't know how many of my own children are listening right now. I know for sure Hunter and Jalen was, and a few of my other ones. But I mean, I have some of the ones I've talked about that's come to my house high. I've adopted
Mhm.
because they changed.
Mhm.
And were they innocent? Absolutely not. No, no. But I love them.
But what did they learn, and where did they
They
come
learned.
from, and
Right.
what was their life? I mean,
Pretty-
that was their life, right?
Yeah.
You know, pretty.
That's all they knew.
They come to my house, and a lot of them, all they know is how to steal, how to do drugs, how to do anything and everything wrong. But a lot of them, by the time they leave, they can put in a light switch or an
Yeah.
electrical plug.
Yes.
They can fix a water line.
Mhm.
I teach them the bare basics they need
Right.
as young men to survive in the real world. Same thing my father taught me. You know, and it's paid off because some nights I've had to be out there on the streets patrolling.
Yeah.
Freezing
Couldn't
weather.
leave work.
Dad, water pipe just busted. It's frozen. I'm getting the keys to the barn. I'm going to get all the parts we need to fix the pipe. Okay.
Yeah.
And I got home and it was fixed.
Nice.
And you know, you say that all those little work skills, but one thing I learned from your dad is how to have a good time.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. He knew how to do that.
Yes.
He taught us that well.
He had a free spirit, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing with these kids too, is
Yeah.
that, you know, you mess up, they're gonna,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you just keep showing up for them. You teach them the skills, but then you have the lightheartedness right along with it. You know, okay, you learned that lesson learned, you got grounded, we're moving on.
Yeah.
Let's go do this.
We're
Let's
not
go-
going to harp on that.
Right. And I feel like that's a big part of the trust. So many of the kids think that love looks like us letting them do what they want. So it takes a while to be like, actually, us giving you structure is us showing you that we care
Right.
about you.
I've
You
had
know?
some of the teenagers tell me that's what they want. They want structure.
Yeah.
They're tired of running rampant and just doing whatever they
Doing
want.
whatever they
They
want.
want somebody.
They
They
want
want to be
some-
held
yeah.
accountable.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's still that struggle. There's
But
still
they
that
still
fight
want
for
to.
it.
They got to.
Right. They gotta
Right.
work. You gotta work.
Well, I'm
for
sure a
it.
lot
tell
of
you
them
that.
has dealt
You
with
tell 'em you're
abandonment
grounded.
issues. So
Mhm.
just the constant that I'm not leaving you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're here.
Right.
We're not going anywhere.
Right.
And letting them get comfortable in that idea.
I do a lot of things outside of my own comfort zone to build trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got my own things that I do that helps me to be,
Mhm.
to show them that I trust them.
Right.
And once I show them that, they tend to start opening up a little bit.
So what about the honeymoon stage?
Oh,
That's the one thing that we were taught in class.
some of that honeymoon stage. Gee, I have seen honeymoon stages go months.
Yes.
And I've seen them last as soon as a caseworker walk out the door.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That quick, like, hey, hi.
Oh.
And how you know which is which?
I don't know. Like, my house, every day is like a walk in the park. I mean, it's like mostly Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
but it's a park. It's a park,
It's a
and
park.
it's even like that. Like, I've learned that with my grandson. It was even like that with him. It was, he had his moments. Like, once he got used to everybody, it's like the real little him came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And just like there's his behavior differences when children do have visits, they get back home and they tend to start behaving differently. And he's the same way. He's got certain things he'll do after a visit and certain things that he will not do out, before a visit.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
Patterns are weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we have a question. For example, if Lafayette area has approximately, I think I understand, 400 children without permanent placement foster homes, where do they stay till?
So they do have placement. Our homes are full.
Right.
So they are in a home. It's just in a home that's full. Possibly they're staying temporarily,
Overloaded.
especially our older kids. A foster parent will say, okay, I can keep them, but only for a week.
Right.
Yeah. Remember
know.
we talk about the bending the rules a little bit.
Yep. And so maybe we have 6 kids or we're on,
They never
but
bend the rules in my house.
Whatever.
but they'll
Tom.
be like, for 1 week, you can have 7, but then we got to move them.
Right.
And so it's a lot of that until we find a home that'll take them.
We'll
So
go with that number.
Okay. Yeah, right.
I had a few more than that at one
we're
time.
gonna go with one.
Like right now, I'm maxed out at the max number 6, but I still have a whole bed open.
Mhm.
We have openings for at least 2, maybe 3 emergency placements.
Mhm.
Which they talked to me about one today. Hey, if we need, can we call you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, call me. We'll hang on until we can.
And you say
Yeah.
keeping the bed open. I just took down my crib. It's been up for 10 years in my house,
Oh,
and I
no,
took it down about 2 months ago.
And look what you got.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Look.
what was I doing?
I've only had a crib in my house for one time, and that was it. We're living in this current stage of teenager to toddlers.
Yeah.
That has been a drastic change, and and I guess like you've already raised your own children, so going back to a baby is something you've done. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, I'm tired.
A person who never had children, first child was 8 years old. Okay, he can feed himself.
That's
Yes.
He
true.
can bathe himself. He's good.
Brush his own
Yeah.
teeth.
Yeah.
He can brush his own teeth. He can dress himself.
Can go potty by himself.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And then you get to teenagers, and somewhere in that mix stage,
That's
you got to teach them
disgusting.
to change again.
All over
Yeah.
You
again,
got to teach them how
right?
to take showers.
Remind them to brush their teeth.
Or go take a shower because now you're becoming a smelly kid in the house.
Mhm.
Or like, did you actually brush your teeth? Let me go and watch you do it.
Yeah.
Right?
So you go from
Or did you wash your hair? Come here, let me smell.
Yeah.
so you go from changing shit to putting up with shit.
Yeah, and now I'm back to changing shit. Yeah, I had, talking about the smelling the hair thing. I had one.
Yeah.
He would go turn the bathtub on and let the water run.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
listen, and he'd turn the sink on and he'd wet his hair real quick and he'd come out and dry it off.
We had one that
Come here.
did that.
Come here, son. I tell him, you smell like a wet dog.
You came from him,
Yeah. Yes. Trish.
Christian.
Well, who you think he learned it from? Sabian. He learned it from Sabian. Sabian called it his quick bath.
So we have Priscilla in here, and she's asking if Iota is big enough for her and I.
Oh yeah.
Iota's more
No
of
comments.
an area versus
Yeah.
a town.
Yeah.
It's a big area.
So,
Yeah.
well, Worm answered her, well, it's a little town with a big heart. So-
Aw.
Exactly.
And then we have Miss Cheryl who's saying, I've been doing it for about 20 years and it never gets easy.
Yeah.
You don't go in without opening your heart. I love doing foster care. I have 2 medically needy children now. It is so easy to love these children. And then Hunter says, I'm still here.
Oh, we know you're not going nowhere.
Right. What's Caillou? got
And then
there?
Caillou is saying, I'm going to have to back out of the chat a little early,
Okay.
but I would like to say that I love and respect everything that y'all do for the kids. One thing we can all agree on, no kids ask to be born in this world. Wait,
It's
there's
true,
more.
yeah.
In this world that we all know is hard on it.
Amen.
Great show tonight. Much love.
Thank you, Caillou.
Mhm.
And then Miss Martin saying, wow, I pictured shelter like dorms, but guess that would take funding, realizing how ignorant I am in this topic.
No, we're all learning. We're
Right.
all learning.
I have such great ideas that there are facilities in this state that I think are going to waste right now.
Mhm.
They were, I don't know if they still state owned or not, but they had the facility right here in Goscova and Iota. It was forgot what it used to be called, but now it's the Ark.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
That's
once the state turned over to the Ark, they closed them all down.
Yes.
And this facility, for example,
Going to waste.
has homes
rooms, homes.
with
plumbing.
kitchens,
Yeah.
everything.
Well-
Its own water plant,
Mm-hmm.
paved roads, school buildings.
Yes.
It's a whole
Like
community
an
right
own
there.
Little small functioning town.
Well, you know,
They
Tom.
dump all this money into extended foster care, but we still need homes for these children in
Yeah.
extended foster care. So why are these facilities going to waste?
Well,
Right.
you know,
and that is
Tom.
where we need to get with our congressmen
Yes.
and our state representatives
Yes.
to start putting money back into these things.
Well, you know, we
Yes.
had a senator in our house last week,
Really?
Well, previous center. He's
Yeah.
not in the center anymore, but he's still involved in the community. He's 3 years old.
83 years old.
Mr. Guillory.
That's right. Still can
And
barrel
He's
kick.
got some pull.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'd be worth talking to.
Well, I think as foster care, we need to start getting back involved and start trying to get something else going for these kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we can help
aging
with that.
out, you know.
Because like this, even yes, it would take a little bit to get it back going fully. But you have these kids that are aging out and they're struggling.
Yeah.
They're struggling.
There's nowhere for them to go.
I have one of mine. He aged out. Great kid. A month after he turned 18, he started working at the sheriff's office. Been there ever since. But he had to struggle. He had to fight.
So this is the thing I'm kind of pulling together in my mind right now. Since you said that, we had Mr. Guillory on last week. A couple of weeks ago, we had the Way Training Center
We did.
on, who helps children or adults.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is, get on their feet.
Yeah.
It sounds like a great combination to me. The Way Training Center, they help people. If you're struggling, you're in the court system, they help those kids or adults get on their feet and take on jobs. They teach them a job skill.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we incorporate stuff like that? That's questions to ask.
Yeah. It's talking. It's people starting talking and not just leaving it at talking, but like
Exactly.
let's
Right.
actually put a plan
Yes.
together. Let's find the people, because it's true. We do have extended foster care, which is wonderful for some.
It's helped a lot of kids out.
But whenever kids start struggling, you go back to as adults, when you start struggling, you go back to what you know.
Mhm.
Right?
Yes.
And so
Right.
that's what happens. They start struggling. They lose that mentorship. Something falls, they somehow lose the job or have to drop out of school, which are requirements of being in extended foster care, and they end up going back to what they know versus having someone who's there who's like, we've got you even outside of it, and that community being there for them for sure.
I really think we have something there.
Mhm.
Just saying.
I know.
Are we ready for segment 5?
Go ahead.
Okay, Foster the Love, Louisiana.
Hi.
Oh, that's all you. That was all you.
Sometimes helping children start with helping the families trying to care for them. Mission. What is y'all mission and how did it begin?
Oh, I don't know the mission word for word, but we are to provide resources and support for children and youth in foster care, to educate the community on the needs of children and foster youth, and to support the families that take them in. And so, what was their other question? I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Let's see. How did it begin?
How did it begin? So our founder was a foster parent. We actually went through foster parent training together. And the first day she was certified, before she even got her certification in, she got a call for 2 babies, or for a
Oh, wow.
5-year-old and a baby. And the little one, they came with a diaper bag with soured milk in the bottle, clothes that didn't fit them, and that was it. And here's 2 kids. Here you go. As a brand new, fresh foster parent. And so she actually called me and she said, hey, there's something missing. The caseworker's tired. They brought, she got them late at night,
Yeah.
that was just what the parents handed them. So they brought that with them. And she said, something's got to be different here, And so she ended up adopting those 2 kids. And at that point, switched from foster parent to working on foster love, and kind of based off of our experiences, her experiences, started foster love to meet the needs of both the kids and the foster parents.
Okay.
What gap in the foster care system are y'all trying to fill?
Well, we kind of talked a little bit about it. We do first night bags. So those bags come with the children the first night they come into care. Each DCFS office has a room that has these bags in them. And that way a worker who's getting a child at midnight can run by the office, grab the supplies, put them in a bag, and then and then bring that with the child so that at least they don't come with nothing. At least they come
Right.
with bottles, pajamas, hygiene
Yeah.
items, anything they need for the first few hours.
Yeah.
And then that way the next day us or the very tired caseworker can go in the next couple of days shopping for them versus late at night on that emergency placement. We talked about cribs and beds, and we talked about we also do events for the foster families. We talked about the community and us being each other's own counselor. And so we kind of try to do events throughout the year so that foster parents can meet each other and build relationships that way. Other foster children can see children who look like them and spend time with each other. And then even children who are adopted or birth children can see other children and, kind of do their own little self-counseling amongst each other, because I know my birth children sometimes struggled with kids coming in and out. I talked about how our rules were different for them compared. And so they can go and be like, oh, someone's like me, someone's going through these same experiences. And so those are some of the ways we kind of help out.
What is the biggest need that y'all guys have?
So our biggest need, volunteers. We always need volunteers. Huge help. We have a closet in Broussard that we get donations from. We rely 100% on community funded donations. We're not state funded in any way. And community donations of clothing and items. And so it takes a lot to sort all that too. And so volunteers coming out, clothes items. A lot of times we have specific sizes that we'll need. So that kind of varies, but specifically just volunteers coming out to help us keep the closet up, help with foster parenting, things like that. It's huge.
So if y'all on Facebook and YouTube right now, I'm posting y'all website, y'all how to contact y'all. Also, I noticed y'all have on your website a link to donate.
Yes.
I posted that as well.
Thank you.
So y'all, if y'all want to help provide anything, clothes, wood, or anything like that, would help build beds or anything like that, y'all can help out.
And we take gently used clothes. We do take new items for the first night bags. We want children to have something brand new for themselves, right?
Yeah, so they don't come in a trash bag and
right.
I've seen plenty of that.
Their bag, and we want them to have something fresh that's their own.
Yes.
How about luggage?
Luggage, actually, the state has stepped up and they provide brand new luggage for children as they come in foster care.
Well, we had our first set of kids came with bag in a laundry basket.
Oh, wow. And I mean, right whenever they're coming into care, of course, if they're coming to you at midnight, they may have a bag of whatever was shoved in there. But by the next day, they have a brand new piece of luggage that they get to take with them. And so that is a plus for Louisiana in saying, hey, our kids deserve more.
Yes.
But yeah, you can definitely go on our website and find out how to donate monetarily, how to donate items that we may need, and we've got a list of them. How to maybe partner with us for a drive if you're a company and wants to do a drive there, or maybe even individuals volunteering, or if your company wants to get together and do a company volunteer day, we can always put something together and have y'all come out and be a part of that too.
I know plenty of companies that watch us our stuff. One of our sponsors, Toy Tech of Acadiana, they usually sponsor us pretty well.
Where y'all at in Broussard?
On Jared Drive over by Parish Brewery.
Okay.
We're right across the street from Parish Brewery.
Yes.
Y'all are at the end by the air conditioning company.
We're past it. Yeah, we're
on
close
the right.
to.
All I heard was brewery. That's all I heard.
I know exactly where you're at.
Yeah. So what is your company?
Toy Tech.
Yes. Okay. I missed it whenever you said it. Yeah.
Yep.
We're neighbors. Look at there.
Yeah.
Stop on by.
I might have to.
Right.
I'll go for lunch and help sort some stuff.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
We'll keep you there all day.
I gotta make money.
All right, what's next, guys?
Segment 6.
Yeah.
Sure.
People hear the foster care system, but most folks honestly have no idea how complicated it really is. What do people misunderstand the most about it?
Ooh.
That foster parents get this
We may.
crazy
Yeah.
amount of
Oh my
money.
goodness.
Oh,
to take
yes.
these children. in.
Yes.
We get all that money. All that money. Yeah,
No.
that's the change dropping.
Yes.
On the bank
account.
Because look, yes, the state does assist,
Mhm.
but
Yes.
one thing I've learned, I've had to carefully manage. It takes what the state provides me with, plus my paychecks, to balance my house.
We spend more money into it than what we get.
A lot of times, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't care.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for this long, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna continue to do it.
Because it's well
Yeah.
money spent. It's a kid that's got a good future now, and
Yeah.
hey, well money spent.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're investing in something that's worthwhile for sure,
Yeah.
and who wants to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you can't, get a bike at Christmas time, or we're not going to put it on a birthday party for you, because
We're gonna make it.
it's
happen.
not part of your stipends."
We're
or
gonna try
whatever
to
it
make it happen.
Oh no, they get the max, and everybody's treated the same, whenever it's in our homes,
What's Marcus got there?
Is there a program for the kids that they can make a wish list for items they need that the foster parents can't afford to get at the time?
Usually around Christmas time, the caseworker will get a
Mhm.
wish list from each child of what they would like for Christmas. And there's different companies and things that donate, and they normally have like one big Christmas party for that area,
Yes.
either for the parish or for the region. And I've seen kids get video games and bicycles, and like people really pour out into these
Yes.
kind of things.
We actually do a wish list program.
Y'all
We-
do
yeah.
too?
We last year we did 500 kids that
Is it
Wow.
for Christmas?
we did
or-
for Christmas. Yeah.
Okay.
For their wish list program. And so and it's their top 3 items we put on there, along with some hobbies and stuff like that. And then individuals or companies take the wish list, buy some items off of there, and then we just match it all up for them, make sure siblings are kind of even, whenever they're going to the same
God, yes,
families.
God forbid.
You got to make all 6 of those kids in that family are the same, are equal. And then
Yeah.
we give it to the foster parents to actually put under the tree. And that way it gives them their wish list,
Yeah.
things they've been asking for, but also kind of relieve some of that burden of Christmas
Yeah.
for the families too. But throughout the year, we don't have anything, to say
Okay.
a child comes into care, but it's
Or
not
usually
saying-
they'll tell their caseworker on that initial shopping, hey, I
Mhm.
like this, I want this, and they'll try to get it for them.
Right. But definitely at Christmas time, if someone's
Yes.
looking to do that, we have stuff.
Okay. So what's some of the gaps or issues in the system people should know about?
Constant change
The changes.
in policy. Like
And
they
it's-
don't let something sit to
it's
see
not
if it's
even-
working.
It's not even in the local office.
Well,
No.
It's
Yes.
high up.
Well,
I've been following a lot of things lately, and
Yes.
there's some things
Mhm.
coming out of Baton Rouge that
Yeah.
are just
'cause when me and
Wow.
Kashika got out was when Bobby General was in, and dude, there was some sketchy stuff going on. Right?
mhm.
And I know
Yeah,
Edwards,
under Governor Edwards. He's the one who actually signed off on the
he,
extended foster care program.
yes,
Now, Governor Landry is behind foster care,
yes,
but I think there's some issues
yes.
with the leadership, not necessarily with Governor Landry, but
With
the leadership below him.
there's a lot of that with his administration. The promises that he was keeping is not being fulfilled because of the people he has under him.
And I think some of it's not fully understanding 100% of foster care.
Yes.
I see some try. They are doing listening tours.
Yeah.
Secretary Harris is doing some listening tours, and I do see that she's listening on them. But I think until that comes together, it's still going to be just what business people are putting into a business plan, which works great in some situations, but it doesn't work whenever policy, things have to be flexible with foster care so much,
Well,
Right.
That's what
And
everything
these
policy meets reality.
Right. And
Yeah.
these
Never
are,
meets up.
this is not business. This
Yes.
is lives. This
Correct.
is, mental health. This is
Yeah.
people's livelihoods.
Yes.
And so it's finding that balance is really hard. And whenever that changes every 4 years,
Yeah.
you can't be effective, whenever a new person comes in every single time. And so it's
As soon as they
constantly
get
changing.
in, they change policies. Then
Correct.
it takes 2 years to start incorporating
Right.
those policies. You get about a year of actual support or whatever they say they're going to do. And at that point, it's re-election time.
Yeah, because they never said it in a constitutional
Right.
state. And when you put stuff into a constitution, it's harder to break
Mhm.
because then it takes the people to vote for it.
And so I see a lot of that change, that wondering every 4 years. I do have to say Lafayette region is one of the best regions we
Yes,
have in the state.
Absolutely.
Our workers are overworked. They have a ton of work on their plate. Our foster parents, obviously, we're taking in kids, but we're one of the regions that they say kids don't have to sleep on the floor at,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
at the offices because the
Yes.
caseworkers are working really
They
hard.
work hard.
And our foster parents are saying yes,
And
even
it's-
if it's just for the night.
And there's foster parents that work behind the scenes that, as soon as a child does come into care, home developers making phone calls, but there's,
Yeah, we're
the
posting.
support group,
Yeah.
hey, they're looking for this. Who can help us?
Yeah.
Even if it's for a night or two.
So you say, and it's not one of the questions, but you say the Lafayette region. Who makes that policy of the Lafayette region?
State.
The
It is
state?
so the state
So what?
has the same
So if the
policy.
state does it, why is it so implemented well in Lafayette and not anywhere else?
The heart behind
They put effort into
it. It's the effort put in.
And
So the policy's there. So why is it not getting implemented?
I'm not trying to talk about on any other.
No, I'm
Right,
not.
right.
But I'm trying to understand the
It's-
concept of it
I
and
think
have a communication.
a lot of it, I think, is a lot of the people. Lafayette is I think it's the largest region in the state. We cover
We cover 8 parishes.
Even Opelousas, over Opelousas?
Well, it's Lafayette region. So Lafayette region is Lafayette,
It
Right.
is? Okay.
Opelousas, St. Landry, Acadia, St. Martin,
Evangeline.
Evangeline, Iberia,
St. Mary.
St. Mary.
Okay.
Okay. So it's
Okay.
basically Acadiana.
Yeah,
Okay,
basically
yes.
Acadia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Region.
So it's spread out a lot. Population wise, I think Covington is more, but our spread's pretty big.
So you're saying Cajuns have heart?
They do.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it.
We might not have much of nothing, but we sure got some heart.
We do love
And we'll
some
try to feed some people.
Yeah.
What changes would you like to see to the system?
Are we talking about just the DCFS system or the legal system?
Why not all the above?
Both, all of the above.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We don't have that kind of time tonight.
It's
Oh,
a
well,
lot.
we got
It is a
about
lot.
15 more minutes.
Get politics
Oh,
out of it.
man.
There's a lot. I mean, I'm seeing cases where children are kind of getting forgotten.
Yeah.
They kind of forget they're in foster care, and there's by law there's time constraints on these things. That
Mhm.
case plan has to be changed. The goals have to be changed. Things permanency has to be established. And some of these things are just getting bypassed and not being seen.
Yeah.
People need to want to work together, even though they don't agree, to make it long term.
Yeah.
So it doesn't to not say, okay, well, this is good for this amount of time because that's who's in charge right now. You
Right.
know,
Yes.
we need to look and be like, what's really good across the board? And so, our workers, what's good to what's going to keep them there. Sure, we can throw more money at them. Sure, everybody could use more.
Right.
But if you're getting burnout because you have too many cases, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter what you're getting.
The
paid.
money ain't
Right.
Right. You're going to end up with workers who are there for the money and not for the
Yeah.
kids. Right.
Correct.
Still burn out. If you're looking at foster parents, you're going to get foster parents. Sure, more money's great, but you're going to get foster parents who are in it for the money and not for the kids,
Yes.
So really talking to people.
Those are out there.
Right.
There are some that are out there like that.
And I think getting down on the level of the actually down to the caseworkers, down to the foster parents, and talking really in depth with them, I think would make a huge change across the board for people to understand, and the foster children,
Yeah.
hear their voices, truly hear their
Yes.
voices, would make a huge difference in anybody keeping policy the same and making those changes.
Yep. All right.
As a fixed formula here. Sorry, guys.
That's
Oh,
all
you're
right.
good.
You're doing great. All right. So what's something that would shock the average person that will to learn about foster care?
I think a lot of people are shocked when they find out, when I tell them that specifically for our area, we have the most children in foster care
Yes.
Yes.
out of the entire state.
That's something I
Lafayette
tell a
region
lot of people.
has the most
Yeah.
The
in
biggest-
foster care.
I mean, there's so much industry for jobs and in the oil field and everything, all right here around Lafayette, Broussard, and all that area. But yet, there's so many families that just can't. That they end up in this poverty level, and that's how we end up with these kids in foster care. And
Yes. It's something we talked about last week. It's
Yeah.
real easy to slip into poverty
It is.
quickly.
quickly.
It is. And so that's another thing. Where do you start making sure the resources that are there for those families are used correctly, but
Mhm.
also available easily for the families before they get so far in
Yeah.
that they turn to drugs because of mental illness, or they lose their home because of poverty.
They're stressed out and they're gonna find a way to
Right.
deal with it.
So where do we start so that it doesn't happen and then trickle down into here?
What are the checks and balances to try and keep kiddos out of the homes that are more for the money and potential labor than the kids? And
That's difficult.
well, I mean, in any sort of situation, you're going to have people that try to abuse a system, regardless.
Right. It's
But I
always gonna
mean-
be there, and you do your best that you can. What do you think? I really think more foster homes.
Yeah.
Sure, it's great to say, oh, we certified this many foster homes.
Right.
And so that's not always the answer. But if you do have more foster homes, you're not placing kids out of desperation in a home.
Correct.
That may not be perfect for them.
Mhm.
You're placing them.
Well, at that point, you can
Yeah.
kind of pick and choose what would be the best scenario for the child.
Yeah. And so I think that comes on people stepping up and not being afraid and saying, I want to be that for the kids.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the state's issue to solve. It's more of the community's issue to solve at that
Mhm.
point.
We got another comment from the chat. It's Priscilla. Can I get one or both guests to PM me contact information who I need to contact about the medical side of programs needed? I have the contacts here that we want to get something going there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And she
I
said,
don't.
I know
I don't
a
know where to
couple of
go.
people with the therapeutic foster homes. I'm sure would love that. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Methodist-
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
she's
That's what
out
I was
of-
thinking.
I'm
She's
sure
a-
Miss Cheryl's still listening. Miss Cheryl could probably
Oh
tell her
yeah.
you as
Miss
well.
Cheryl would probably be great also.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Want to hit seg 7?
Should you do it? I know someone watching tonight feels pulled towards fostering, but are also terrified of it. What advice would you give someone thinking about becoming a foster parent?
Contact your local agency and start those questions.
Mhm.
Ask them, or feel free to contact me directly. I'll answer any questions.
Yeah. I love to talk about it.
I know
too.
several of my friends were in here tonight, people that I know personally, and they're considering getting. They know where I stand on it. They've been to my home. They see how things go, and I mean, if you're being pulled in that direction, follow your heart.
I also say if you're kind of nervous about it, step into CASA, because you're going to watch that process for
Yeah.
a whole entire a child's process through their whole entire journey, and then you'll kind of know if your heart's still pulled towards
Mhm.
being a foster parent, because you'll see what it's like kind of on the backside of it.
What qualifications make a good foster parent?
Patience.
Yeah.
Lots of patience.
Lots of patience.
Love. You having multiple personalities helps.
Ah.
It does. It does.
That is one thing I've
We
like.
just got deep.
I've perfected the art of that. I've learned you have to have multiple
You-
personalities.
You know what really ticks me off? You have so many multi personalities when they have a party and they don't invite you.
But they invite me. But when I
They
start
do?
talking to them, I just try to tell everybody else it's a staff meeting.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Oh,
But like what I mean by that is that you have to be your own person, the person you are. But you have to be one type of parent to this child, a different type to this one, and a different type to that one, and this one. And
Yes. Yeah.
you got to be 6 or 7. Right now, I got to play part of 7 different parents,
Because you have
And
7
then-
different style kids.
and then the 8th one is over everybody, but I still got to be Tommy somewhere in the mix of that.
Yeah.
And the SRO for 1,000 other kids.
And then you got to worry about that party you wasn't invited to.
They kicked me out. Said I was too much fun or something.
But if anybody wants to foster or wants the information, I posted everything for the DCF in the comments.
Great.
You get the phone number, email address, and the website. So all their information is there.
Perfect.
What should people realistically prepare for?
Everything and anything.
Mhm.
A hurricane.
Right?
A hurricane of
Yeah.
emotions.
Just watch the podcast. You'll know what to expect.
Watch Jurassic Park
Yes.
What
from
is
start to finish.
Yeah.
what is something you wish you would have known before you started?
Damn it, Tommy.
Something I wish I'd have known before I started.
Yeah.
You lose all ability to say a simple 2-letter word. No.
No.
Hey, we had this kid. Yeah, I'll take him. Yes.
Yeah.
You can't. It's like your brain says, hey, you're full, but your mouth says, sure, bring me another.
Yes.
Bring me some more.
You're already
Uh-huh.
overloaded.
I'm still trying to find my 4-wheeler. 3 dogs are missing. I got 4 tires going off of 2 vehicles. But
Yeah.
hey, sure, bring me another. We'll walk and find them.
And you're trying to remodel.
Yeah.
Tell me about him just for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me hear everything.
You say that. So, like,
I had limits.
Yeah.
Limits. I was not supposed to take X amount of kids. I had a 3-bed, 2-bath home. It's now 4, sometimes 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom. Well, depends.
yeah.
The boys have learned to treat their shower as a locker room. At least they keep their shorts on. I caught 3 of them in the shower at one time already. I mean, their room smells like a locker room. Why not?
Oh goodness.
Boys or girls.
But you said that a while ago. Tell me about them.
Mhm.
And then when you get told about them and when they get here, there's
Oh, they can be so different.
so
yeah.
different.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, a little boy that's 6 months old and this little girl and she's 6 years old. Things
Yes.
happen.
Ooh.
But it really is. I mean, what to expect is not to expect.
Unexpected.
Yeah.
We
really.
we had a deaf kid that we didn't know was deaf.
Well, they come to find out he wasn't actually deaf. It was
Oh, he
such
wasn't?
a severe ear infection he couldn't hear.
Oh,
Well, he's deaf.
goodness. Yeah.
Once they got the ear
was
infection,
deaf.
which took months to get rid of, then he could hear.
He was
He was
deaf. Tom.
deaf, but he
was
wasn't
deaf,
deaf. He had an
James.
ear infection, but he was deaf.
He was deaf. Look, you ever had a bad ear
He
infection?
couldn't hear. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
deaf.
Yeah, but I think it's called selective hearing over here.
Oh,
Selective hearing.
that's when you're married, though.
oh.
Oh, it
Oh,
works
yeah.
with the kids.
The kids have it too. It's hereditary.
They got it. They got it. But you find a different way in loving each child. It really is, I think even whenever those placements are hard, your heart goes out to them.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's one that is going to work out in your home. What you want in the end is just what's best for them.
Right.
And sometimes your
Yeah.
home's not that,
Yeah.
And so,
And I'm
so-
sure that's a hard decision as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just not
That-
the right fit or
That is one of the hardest decisions to make, is to find that line where
I can't give you the support or
you
help.
know they need it,
Yeah.
and you just you can't,
Right.
because you don't want to give up.
Mhm.
Everybody else is giving up on them,
Yeah.
and you don't want to give up.
Yes.
So you sit there and you just keep trying to the point you almost burn yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
Beating your head in the wall.
And I've done it time and
Yeah.
time and time again.
So, what advice would you give someone who's feeling the urge of the call?
Make
Make the call.
Just do it.
Do it.
Yeah. And if you're scared, find somewhere to plug in at first. And then you're going to be surrounded by people who you'll feel supported. And so you can go ahead and take that next step, you know.
Or
Yeah.
I'll even throw this out there. If it's anybody local, contact me. Come spend a day at my house. That
Oh,
way
you sure
you
about
can-
that?
Oh, gee.
I mean, that's really not a bad idea.
Maybe
Even
not the
if
best
you're
recruiting
not called
method.
to be a foster parent, but you want to help. So you get in contact with some parents and assist.
Yeah.
Go, maybe go into one of these foster homes.
Mhm.
Talk to the kids.
Mhm.
See what you can bring to the table and see if that really is what you want to do.
Right.
If you go to a church, there's
Yeah.
every church almost has a foster family, you know. Pour yourself
There-
into them.
Yeah.
You
There are
know.
more foster families out there than what people realize.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Way more.
Want to hit 8?
Give me a minute.
Go ahead, Chef Gay. You got this.
Not everybody can foster, but everybody can help. How do people support foster families without fostering themselves?
I mean, we just talked a little bit about it, you know.
Yes.
Just
Most body's grass, bring them supper, you know, donate to foster love.
Yeah.
We talked about the Cajun culture and the community and how much they step up. Be the community,
Yeah.
you know, for these foster parents, because it really does help us to stay the long run, you know, or to get through those hard situations. So
Or even something along the lines of donate your time, babysit for a little while so the
Help.
parents can
Yes.
Yeah.
have a night out.
Oh
or
my God, dude, that would
Right.
help so much out.
what's that?
I don't know.
Time for
A
yourself,
night
Tommy.
out? That's
Go-
what that is.
Look, you go to Mr. Lester's Steakhouse, and you go.
He's a foster
Sit
parent, Justin.
You got
Okay,
6
that's
kids,
true.
man. What's wrong with you?
You better give him a gift card to
I
go
was-
to Mr. Lester's.
I was trying. No, I'm not gonna pay. If you would like to sponsor, I'll help pay for Tommy to go to Mr. Lester's Steakhouse and enjoy a good cigar and steak. But I need a
You
sponsor.
better go to Rouse's and get a steak and
Yeah,
cook it
you
on
ain't
the
kidding, right?
outside and have a cigar
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He going to clearance aisle.
We're going to Lions Market. Sonny Lyons got a good steak, I'm sure.
So what kind of donations do y'all take over there?
we take clothing from newborn through teens. We take new socks, underwear, hygiene items, pajamas, beds. I call them baby carriers, but you know, bouncers, walkers, all those kinds of things. Those are like our physical donations that we take. And then of course we take companies that want to help out, like with our events and stuff like that. We're always looking for something else that we can do for the kids and bring them together.
What would be the one item you guys would need the most or would request the most? Would it be newborn things, older kids?
We're always low on like the preteen kind of
Mhm.
full clothes, you know.
Mhm.
We get a lot of baby clothes because baby clothes are cute, right?
Yeah.
So we're always low on that. For some reason, we're always low on size 4 diapers. We never have size 4 diapers. And then right now it's sad to say, but it's the cribs and the twin size beds. We're getting calls, toddler beds. We're getting calls constantly. And some of it's good because some of it is families. They're getting calls for kids staying home, you know, and they're
Yeah.
trying to preserve families. And so we will help out with that some. But those are bigger items, you know. Our smaller items are diapers and then that mid-size range clothing for sure.
and in the chat has posted, I was never able to do full foster care, but I did do emergency placement and care when families had a health crisis for a while. And even that is super rewarding and helps so much.
Yeah. We're always looking for emergency and respite, you know. The thing is, if you go in for emergency, go in with an open heart to say yes to every child they call you for emergency
Yeah.
for, because it happens weekly, you
Yeah.
know, and
It's just constantly.
yeah,
All the time.
and to be able to know that they can call you and you're going to say yes
Mm-hmm.
takes so much off of a caseworker's plate to be able to get that child placed quickly. It's confidence of the child
think-
because they're not listening to workers call over and over
Yeah.
for placement for them. And then that way they can immediately start looking for long-term,
Right.
you know, at that point.
Because we've had kids come in at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the
Right.
morning.
Right.
Yes.
One of my emergencies
Mhm.
2 years ago.
What we got next, Chef K?
The final thoughts.
Any prayer requests? You want to do a prayer request first?
I didn't get any this week,
Didn't.
but your dad always needs them.
My dad does. He's tending to do pretty well.
Yeah. Tammy said Sarah and Tinley.
Yeah, Sarah and Tinley. Dad is like I said last week, he's been a little bit sense of humor, but he's dealing with stage 4 cancer, so doing the
Yeah.
best he can.
Yeah.
But he's
I mean, not just for your dad, though. I know for y'all too. My dad has had cancer twice. It's
really.
not easy on the family.
It's
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
This is his dad's second. He had lung cancer. Now he's got liver cancer.
Liver cancer, and it's just. I find his personality has changed a lot, and his perspective on life is different. And I've seen a side of my daddy I have not seen, which is weird and gratifying at the same time.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And
Right.
his mom could use prayers for support, for
Yeah.
her strength, like she said.
Strength for my mama, because she'll see the sides that nobody sees.
Yeah.
Right. You
Oh,
know?
yeah, you do. You
Yeah.
do for sure. And so I'd say prayer for our kids in foster care,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kids,
The
the families,
families who
the
take 'em
foster
in.
parents,
the families who have lost their
Yeah.
children, you know.
the whole situation.
Yeah.
All right, James, you want to hit us the call to action there?
Absolutely. All right, Couillons. If tonight's conversation touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, comment, share, because somebody you know might need to hear this conversation. And if fostering ain't your calling, that's okay. You can still support families. You can still volunteer. You can still donate, and you can still care.
Right.
Make sure you go and check out Foster the Love Louisiana and see how you can help. And don't just scroll past this one. Watch it all the way through, Shab, because this conversation matters. And if you think you know someone that might need to hear the conversation, forward the video to them.
Yeah. Amen to that.
You know, tonight's conversation hit different. Because behind every number, every case, every placement, there's a child. A child trying to figure out why life changed, a child wondering if they're safe, a child hoping somebody chooses them, stays for them, and loves them through the hard parts. And honestly, I don't think enough people realize the kind of strength it takes to step into that role, not just as a foster parent, but as a human being. Tonight shows us that fostering isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up.
Right.
It's about patience, compassion, grace, and about willing to love somebody through pain that they didn't ask for. And maybe everyone watching won't become a foster parent, but everybody can do something. Support a family, donate supplies, volunteer, pray, encourage someone who's struggling, because sometimes change a child's life starts with one person simply deciding to care. And that's real SHA.
Right, guys?
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see y'all next week.
Next week.
Before we go, I almost forgot about this.
I figured you would.
I did, but I just seen the side of the cup right here. Did y'all notice Donna did not interrupt our episode.
No, because I told Donna to behave herself.
You did? Well, Tammy wants to tell you thank you. But Donna did.
That is not what I want to tell you.
Right,
Oh.
right. But Donna did send us this That's Real SHA cup that's going to be given away next week.
Yep.
And look what's on the back side of it.
Oh,
Tammy throwing James into the ceiling fan.
that's right. One of a kind, and no one has one yet.
Nope. This is a one of a kind. So if you like to win one, make sure you're following, because next week Donna's going to choose a person to win it. And to win it, you gotta have to be a follower.
That's right.
So make sure you follow us
Like, share, follow,
and subscribe, I guess.
subscribe too.
Yeah, why not?
We go live on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble.
Yep.
You can catch previous episodes on Spotify and Reels on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
That's all our channels.
All of them.
That's all of them.
Oh, y'all do a lot of stuff.
Well,
We do
Too
everything.
much.
I have a lot of I don't have a lot of time, but I make a lot of time to do all this stuff. And I seriously get underpaid. I'm sorry.
You get paid?
No.
I'm about to say you
That's why I
underpaid. You got paid?
Well, shh.
I didn't get paid.
Well, start working on that website.
That website's working on. I'm painting a picture right now.
That's true.
Don't let them fool you.
Yeah.
He got AI working. I'm putting the manual effort into it. So we'll also have a one-of-a-kind custom painted plaque
Yes.
that will be given away next week as well.
And a Lifetime Memories engraved cutting board
Mm-hmm.
that's got I like killing vegetables with a bulldog on it, holding a knife.
That's a Lady Jane.
It is. It is.
Commemorative.
It is. So, and don't forget, that's for SHA t-shirt.
Oh,
We're
yes.
giving away
That's
next
Real
week.
SHA t-shirt. So do everything you got to do to share this message.
Yep.
Hang out with us next week. We are live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
So we'll see y'all then.
Yes, y'all have a good night. Thanks for hanging with us tonight.
Yep. See y'all at 7.
Later.
Faith, family, and food, the Cajun Trinity. Bless this house and let the good times be. Raise your glass high, shot past that tray. That's real SHA, and we are live today.